What's up guys, I'm Shane and this is Spare Change. Here on the channel, we discuss all things audio and video, like new movies and new AV equipment. So if it's your first time here, consider tapping that subscribe button for new weekly videos. In for a review, we've got one of my favorite Christmas movies, 1992's Batman Returns on 4K Blu-ray. I won't be reviewing the movie itself, I'm just going to share with you some of my thoughts on the video and the audio quality. Now, let's go over a few tech specs. The movie was shot on 35mm. It's got a 4K DI. It's rated PG-13. Runtime is 126 minutes. Aspect ratio is 185:1, which means it doesn't have those huge black letterbox bars. Well, now this is a great looking catalog transfer. I've seen Batman Returns so many times on Blu-ray that, right off the bat, I noticed the movie has a much cooler tone. It's a lot bluer compared to the older, warmer looking Blu-ray. With this new color shift comes much better black levels and peak highlight detail. Very dark scenes like Bruce Wayne sitting in the back seat don't look like a dark mess with a ton of black crush. You'll be able to make out the car's interior and what Bruce is wearing. The flames when Shrex gets all blown up has much better color variances rather than getting all clipped. So having HDR with its wider color gamut really does bring out a lot more hidden details that we haven't seen on previous versions of the movie. As I just mentioned, specular highlights from explosions and spotlights have excellent intensity and the overall image is bright rather than some movies where HDR makes the image a lot dimmer. Now, keep in mind this movie was shot on film, so there is a very faint layer of grain, but it is so fine you'll probably not even notice it. It's got that filmic appearance with a touch of softness, so it's not exactly clean and 4K crisp, though it's pretty close in certain shots. There's so much more detail to be seen inside the Batmobile's cockpit with the instrument panel and all that, and I liked how much more rubbery Batman's costume looks here with the added resolution. The Penguin's makeup is even more creepier, and you'll be able to see how textured and dirty his clothing was. It really does look like he came from the sewer and never washed his clothes. Now, there are some shots like this one of the Batcave or some aerial shots where the effects are very soft and blurry, so not everything will be picture perfect.
Meow.
Here's a little fun fact. In 1992, Batman Returns was the first movie to be released in theaters with Dolby Digital 5.1. Now, in 2020, it's got a brand new Dolby Atmos mix, which I thought made this movie a much more enjoyable experience. Right from the opening, Danny Elfman's musical score has never sounded so cinematically large. It's big, it's robust, and it's instrumentally layered. Sound effects wise, there's a couple of additions, but nothing glaring that would take you out of the movie. I did hear a lot more detail during the first attack on Gotham. I could make out cars driving in the back speakers and people talking way off in the distance. It gave the movie a bigger soundstage than what I had previously heard. Sound movement was better with motorcycles driving back to front seamlessly, and the missile attack towards the end sounded better now that you can actually hear the missiles coming from above your head. The scene with the Batboat coming from behind and circling above now matches closely what we're seeing on screen. As far as bass response, I didn't think it was anything special, but I did think it sounded fuller during the action scenes and during the department store explosion. Dialogue was fine, and I never had any issues hearing anyone speak. So for audio, I'm gonna go with an 8.7. I think this is a better mix than the original. I mean, who doesn't want more surround out of your surround sound system? If you think the original 5.1 mix was better, then the standard Blu-ray is still available. But for those with an Atmos setup, I think you'll find the overall immersive experience is the best way to watch this. There's cleaner sound movement, and I think the star of this mix is the musical score. Like I mentioned before, it's big, it's cinematic, it's grandiose sounding. It's the best version out there. For video, I'm gonna go with an 8.9. I still think the best looking catalog title is The Professional. This one is good, just not as good. At least to me it's not. Still, this is a huge improvement coming from the regular Blu-ray. It's sharper, it's cleaner, it's full of details you've never seen before. I think if you're a Tim Burton Batman fan, then this is a no-brainer. It's a must-have for your collection. So tell us your thoughts on Batman Returns. Do you prefer the original Blu-ray, or do you like the 4K version better? Leave us a comment and let us know. Now, if you want to grab this movie, I'll leave some links for it in the video's description. As always, guys, thanks for watching. If you want, you can follow us on social media, and if you want to support the channel and get exclusive content or great discounts on audio and video gear, then stop by our Patreon page. Don't forget to like, share, and subscribe, and we'll see you guys again in the next one.